Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Hollowed Thrills back with another video, and today hopefully we will have a little bit of a shorter video as we have a speculation map, a new speculation map from our friends over at HNNightmares over on Twitter. They released a speculation map during the week after our most recent announcement, so I thought I'd cover that today, as well as some information regarding some more construction for HHN regarding some facades that have started to come up for our outdoor houses. But before we get into all that, please make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notification turned on to get notified whenever I post a video. And also, while you're down there, please make sure that you are checking in the description to find my Instagram and my Twitter to follow me over there and help grow my following over there as well. And now let's start to break down and talk about all of these different changes that are in Speculation Map version 3. With now 6 houses technically announced for this year's event, including the 2 that have not been officially announced, but for the most part are coming back, those being Revenge of the Tooth Fairy and Puppet Theater. But Puppet Theater, which was announced later in the year last year in the little behind the scenes video, and then also with Brides now coming back, it's pretty much a shoo-in that Tooth Fairy is going to be returning. So that only means that we have 4 houses left to be officially announced. Now, 3 of these are pretty much entirely set in stone. We just need an official announcement, but one of these houses is still yet to be is still yet to find out. And this speculation map has now threw another wrench into the whole situation on whether or not we know what this house is. So our last speculation map version 2, did say that it was either Creepshow or Halloween 3, and now with this new speculation map completely out of the window, Halloween 3 and Creepshow are not coming to the event this year, as it looks like we are going to have an original. Now, it was put on the speculation map, it just says original, but it was stated that our friends over at HNNightmares do know what this house is going to be. They knew entirely everything that's as far as the name is going to be, but they did not want to spoil it for us. But that being said, you can't say original and not have somewhat of a teaser, and that teaser was in the O of the original. It showed a lion, the logo exactly for the Legendary Truth, which for any person who follows HHN at least a little bit definitely knows about the Legendary Truth, the paranormal investigative society that has been over the event over many years, investigating different paranormal activity that has happened in Cary, Ohio, as well as the I'm going to say this wrong, Wyandotte County, Wyandotte County, I think that's what it is. But for many years throughout HHN history, they have been looking at stuff throughout those areas. And the last time that they were at the event was technically at HHN 26 for the repository, and the last official house that they had at the event was at the 20th anniversary. So it has been 10 years plus that we haven't seen them in an official house, which means that we could get them back this year, as it's looking like we probably will. Now, what could the house be based on? Well, the last one for the 20th, HHN 20, was kind of more of a scary house, so we could kind of get like a ghost house like that again, which seems likely. Or what my personal opinion is, I think we might get something to piggyback off of another house HHN Icons captured, as they have been the Legendary Truth has been very involved in the whole Captured in Fear's Lantern storyline for all of the icons. So we might get a further backstory in this. Honestly, it was surprising that this was going to be coming to the event as an original, as to me, I thought the Icons Captured house was going to dive more into the Legendary Truth side of the story, but I guess we'll have to see when the event comes around and as more information comes out. Now, the other major change from this speculation map version 3 is the show. We finally have more details regarding the Jack show that was put on the last speculation map, but now it is a Carnival of Carnage magic type show or something of that sort. Personally, I'm not very excited for this. I was super excited when they said, oh, Jack show, but now it seems like a magic show, and I'm not really too keen on that. especially since it kind of seems cheesy for an HHN event to have a magic show, unless it's kind of like that like Chris Angel, like weird, really kind of messing with your mind magic, not really a solid and half magic. Or it could be that and you just have Jack doing all of these magic type acts. I'm not entirely sure where this is going to go, but I do hope that in some way or form it does have a comedy aspect or just like some sort of storytelling rather than just a bunch of magic tricks shown to the audience. Because honestly, that would, if it was just that, that's kind of really just dumb and cheesy personally. But I guess we'll have to see as more information comes out, as we are a little less than a month, a little more than a month away from the event's opening night. So I'm sure we'll get more information regarding this show as we get closer. Now on to the house construction update. Now, we have 3 different updates that regarding 3 different house facades that have started to go up over the past few weeks. Now, one of these houses pretty much solidifies its place in our event this year, as the entire facade is up specifically for this one right here. As you can see, Welcome to Scary Horrors of the Heartland is most likely going to be back in the MIB tent. It is going to be at this year's event without a doubt, now with that facade up, which is visually being able to be seen directly from the from inside the park. If you look back there, you can clearly see part of it. Or if you go to like the pet area to the left, that's normally like right back towards that house, you will definitely be able to see it, which is what I think happened with the video that I showed you there. I believe is exactly what happened, how that video came to be, is that someone went back there for that. But this honestly kind of gives me like a 50s like Fallout type Nuketown vibe. If you played Call of Duty, that's what it kind of gives me, and I really love the facade of this. Honestly, if it has like a little bit of like projection mapping, maybe their eyes follow you or something with projection mapping, that would be really cool, and honestly make this facade look even scarier at night. But it's a really cool looking facade, and I can't wait to see it in person. Now, we do have 2 other updates, like I said, regarding house facades, and both of these updates directly come from BioReconstruct over on Twitter. Now, they do a lot of like drone footage and drone pictures regarding stuff at Universal and Disney, so go check them out if you haven't. But so we're going to be diving into pictures that they have regarding both of the sprung tent facades that have started to go up over the past couple weeks. Now, this first one, as you can see, is kind of like a half dome shaped like metal fencing, which to me is really strange, and it leads back to like a hallway and then eventually into like a very narrow hallway and then eventually into the sprung tent. Now, personally for me, I'm trying to figure out what this could possibly be, and this is supposedly for Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin, which is one of the originals that's being rumored this year. Now, this one, I can see it possibly, like how they would work this is that, like, I would love to see like a whole bunch of like vines and pumpkins all throughout that narrow hallway, and then spreading out over the chain link fence there on the dome, and having like glowing jack-o'-lanterns hanging down. That would be so cool, and a great like picture opportunity at the very entrance of the house, and just really get you into the whole vibe of like Wicked Growth and pumpkins and stuff like that. And it would kind of be like a portal into the realm of the pumpkin. I just think that would be really cool and a great opportunity, and a very big missed opportunity if they do something anything other than that, or something different, like relatively similar to that. But I could see that's where this is probably going. Now, the other one that we have here is the entrance to the rumored Puppet Theater, which has pretty much been announced because of that video last year, but has yet to be officially announced this year and put on the website. But this one, I could possibly see one of 2 things. The first one being, I could see it being like a puppet stage where you have the red curtain, and then that introduces you to the whole red curtain character that we saw in the video last year, which will be following you throughout the house and leading you to pretty much death, as I think they put it in that video. And that would be a cool facade for this house. It would make sense. Or the other one, which could be the Palace Theater, which we've seen multiple times throughout the event's history, and we could have the usher outside ushering you into your seats for the puppet show. that could be one of the two options that I could see for this facade, as there isn't really a lot of details regarding this yet. But I honestly do think that the latter of the two, being the red curtain, would make more sense for this house, as it honestly just would help you get an idea of this character as you're heading into the house and give you a little bit of an introduction to the story. But that is all we have today. Turns out this video was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but that's kind of what happens when there's a lot of stuff to talk about, and the excitement for the event is starting to ramp up as we get more and more announcements. So that's kind of what happens. Sorry about that if I got a little carried away. But I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure that you drop a like. It really helps out the channel. And I honestly fully expect to be bringing you another video coming this Friday, following another house reveal announcement on Thursday, so be prepared for that. But until then, I've been Michael, this has been House Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.